Bene, eccoci qui alla seconda anteprima online degli IVIPRO Days 2025. Tra poco inviterò sul palco i nostri ospiti, a cui ho già detto che avrei introdotto in italiano giusto 2 minuti per dare il benvenuto a chi è qui con noi. Vi ricordo molto brevemente il link per registrarsi all'edizione in presenza degli IVIPRO Days 2025, quindi chi vuole essere con noi a Trieste può iscriversi andando a questo link. C'è il link di Eventbrite per iscriversi all'evento in presenza. Oggi però appunto l'obiettivo di oggi è parlare di un mercato e di un ecosistema gaming lontano da noi, ma che in realtà è anche molto vicino. Lo scopriremo durante questa lecture. Quindi aggiungo sul palco i nostri ospiti, Sreerag and Sridhar. So I'm going to switch into English just to make them understand what I'm saying. And first of all, I want to thank you both for accepting our invitation. And Sreerag, if you want to turn on your camera, you can, just for the presentation if you want. Thank you. And so first of all, I want to say thank you for accepting our invitation to the online edition and the online preview of the 2025 edition of the IVIPRO Days. And it was a pleasure meeting the Indian delegation during the Venice Film Festival last September. And I hope maybe we can meet in person in the near future, maybe in Trieste. So thank you again for accepting our invitation. And the idea today is to give each of you 10 minutes or 15 minutes, take your time to present yourselves, of course, also to present your organization and to focus on the gaming ecosystem in India and also on WAVES Bazaar. I know something about WAVES Bazaar, of course, but I'd like to hear more from Sreerag and also to learn more about the Indian context from Sridhar. So before starting and give you the floor, I want to read the abstract of this lecture just to make a brief resume of what we are talking about today. And so here it is. India's media and entertainment industry is rapidly transforming into one of the world's fastest growing creative economies, driven by affordable data, digital platforms, and a young population. Initiatives like WAVES Bazaar, a B2B marketplace, connect creators with global markets, enabling year-round collaboration and monetization. Gaming, with 500 million players, is a major growth driver, while AI, AR, VR, blockchain, and cloud are converging with the new business models to position India as a global hub for digital and interactive entertainment. So I'd like to start with Sridhar, if that's okay, just to learn more, as I mentioned, about your gaming ecosystem, and then we can hear from Sreerag as well something about the WAVES Bazaar. So I'll give the floor to you, Sridhar. If you have any question, even if you don't see me or Sridhar, we are going to be here. So I'm going to put you on the floor, but we are going to be behind the scene and listening to you. So thank you again.
Awesome. Thanks, Andre. Hi, everyone. My name is Sridhar Muppidi. I am the co-founder of a company called Yes Gnome. We are a small gaming studio based out of Hyderabad, India. We've been building games since the App Store came out way back, like 17, 18 years back. We actually were the first Indian gaming studio to have like games in the App Store when there were like less than 70 games. So we've been building games since then. Some successful, some not so, but that's part of what it is to be a game developer nowadays. I'm also the chairman of Game Developer Association of India, which runs the largest gaming event called Indian Game Developer Conference, which happens every year in November. This year, it's happening in Chennai. I would love for you guys to check that out. If possible, check out indiagdc.com. And it basically has information about what it does. It's a 3-day event with almost 150 odd talks. So if you want to learn about Indian gaming ecosystem, what's been done, this is a great time to be in India to learn and meet almost all is part of Indian calendar. So almost all game developers in one go. I wanted to talk primarily about India as an opportunity. When you look at India, there are two massive factors from an opportunity point of view. One, we have the first opportunity is the market size. We have over 650 million gamers in India, right? Most of them are playing their games on mobile phones, but it's over 650 million. That's like the largest. I mean, of course, most probably China has more, but then China is like a closed market, whereas India is like an open market. So anybody can come and build their games, deploy it here. So that's a massive market. And most people, there aren't enough games. I mean, of course, we all have access to every game in the world. It's just that if you are building, if you want to build for India, you have to culturalize it a little bit. You have to price it down a little bit, because what you pay for a coffee might be different from what we pay for a coffee. So you can't be charging us the same amount. But then you have like a massive number of users. And Indians have started paying for the games, right? Last we've heard over 200 million of the 650 million are paying users or paying gamers. So that's a massive number of users. So if you are successful in India, you can easily have like 3-5 million daily active users. So India is a market definitely worth looking at. India, according to some of the bigger platforms out there, India has the most number of game downloads per month than any other country, including China, right? So that's an interesting stat. So we would love for you guys to start thinking about India, work with figuring out how you can deploy your games here in India. The second part I want to talk about as an opportunity is the massive skill or talent pool in India. We are 1.5 billion people, right? So obviously every number I talk about is big. But just to give you an idea, we have every year about 11 million graduates, and over 1.1 million of them are computer science graduates, right? Majority of them are engineering graduates. So we have an insane amount of talent, raw talent. So, and then the other thing is, we've been tracking, as I said, I'm the head of Game Developer Association of India, which represents industry. And we have been tracking about 1,000 to 1,200 gaming studios right now. And there are a lot of talented game developers. So that's another opportunity, which is figuring out a way to work with local studios or hiring local talent to help you build your games, right? So, we would be happy to help if any of you are interested in thinking about how you can build something here in India. We have been building. We've been building the ecosystem along with the government, and Sreerag is going to talk in a bit. Government has a lot of incentives. If you want to come here and build in India, they have a way to feature it, and all that. So that's another thing we would like for you guys to think about. Now, traditionally, to learn a little bit about Indian market traditionally was, while a large segment of people play games, it was a very value-driven gameplay where skill gaming was a big percentage of it. But recently, Indian government came up with a law where anything in the RNG or the money world where skill or chance or any of them are involved, they basically said there's a blanket ban, so you cannot do that anymore. So what that has turned into a boon for traditional free-to-play gaming companies, because we've seen a significant number of people who were playing fantasy sport, who were playing poker, and some of these other games, real money games, have moved to free-to-play games and started spending more. So that has turned out to be a good thing for at least conventional, traditional video game developers. So that's a big opportunity in India. If you are building games, we have a lot of users you can cater to. I think that's about it at a high level I wanted to talk about. And just to give a little bit background about JEDI, Game Developer Association of India, we run IGDC, which is almost a 17-year-old. We've been running Indian Game Developer Conference for almost 17 years now. And that's because most of us who visited GDC, Gamescom, and some of these others, we knew how the networking works. We knew how we were able to get business, how we were able to learn from each other, and we wanted to make sure something similar was available for most game developers in India. And because all of us couldn't travel, so that's when Indian Game Developers Conference got formed, and so that we all could meet. So now it has grown into almost 5,000 people who come together every year. 5,000 game developers, indies, established game developers, international game developers come in. So that's one interesting thing we want you guys to think about. And just to 2 more minutes about JEDI. Game Developer Association of India is an association with about 200 gaming companies, part of it. Basically we represent almost all game developers in India. And the initiatives we do is we take, apart from running IGDC, which is the largest game developer conference, we work with most of the local incubators, help with their framework, help with how they select startups to be part of it. And we've given and we run BYOG, build your own game contests and game jams. And we also do city chapters where within India we run like dev days, single day gaming events or meetups. We also take international delegations from India for GDC, Gamescom, Tokyo Game Show. And we've recently formed our own policy secretariat so that we can work with the government, ensuring positive policies are coming out. Sreerag is from MIB, Ministry of Information Broadcasting, who will be talking to you later. We work with MIB with some of these delegations, which we take along, right, internationally. And so if you want to do something in India, JEDI, Game Developer Conference of Game Developer Association of India, please talk to us. We'll be happy to facilitate introductions you need, any introductions you need. And or anything you need to understand about Indian market, please try to come for IGDC. You will learn a lot there. Well, thanks. That's about it from my end. And I'm happy to answer. I'm going to be around for a bit. I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Thank you, Sridhar. I have one question for you before giving the floor to Sreerag. What about video games about local culture and heritage in India? Is there a great production, or maybe a small production, or maybe they are increasing in India games connected to India culture? For example, I know a game, it's not made in India, but it's made by Indian developers. It's called Vemba. Maybe you know Vemba. It's made from, it's made in Canada, but from Indian developers. And it's about Indian cuisine, Indian tradition. So do you know, according to your experience, are these types of games increasing in India?
So why it is slowly, not at the level some of the other cultures, like both in China, Japan, and others, not at that level. But to a certain extent, people are trying. What works in India is not necessarily India mythology based or that, but more about Indian context, right? So if there is a big brother in Europe, there is big boss in India, which is very localized to Indian taste, the way people experience being a housemate and so on. Same thing with some of the other reality shows. So what is usually works internationally doesn't necessarily work in India unless you somehow take the Indian context into account. So like our Bollywoods and others. So that's what makes something Indian more than the mythology aspect of it. But that said, we've also noticed some of that also coming through. But I think Indian mythology part is probably 5 to 10 years away before we build a palate or taste for it. But right now, it's more Indian current context and what works, what's our because Western sensibilities are very different from Indian sensibilities. So what works for us is very different. So if you want to bring a game to India, working with a local developer is great because that way you get all that knowledge ready-made.
Okay, thank you. Maybe we are waiting for other question while Sreerag can share his experience with the WAVES Bazaar. So I'm going to introduce Sreerag. He's the CIO of WAVES Bazaar and is going to present this interesting marketplace. So I'm going to remove me and Sridhar from the screen. I'm going to give the floor to Sreerag. And so, Sridhar, if you want to share your slides, let me know. I'm going to put them on screen whenever you want. So thank you. And thank you, Sridhar, for your presentation.
So thank you, Andrea. Hi all. My name is Sreerag Mukundan. I am a career bureaucrat with Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. I'm currently acting as the CEO of WAVES Bazaar. WAVES Bazaar is basically a content marketplace and a networking place for the creators across the world. Andrea, could you please share the presentation? So we launched this. India is currently witnessing a boom in creative economy, which we also call orange economy. So there are a lot of content creators from different verticals of media and entertainment industry in India who are kind of generating a lot of revenue from creative economy. So the WAVES Bazaar actually envisaged as a global e-marketplace where we bring content creators and content buyers from different verticals of the media and entertainment industry, like animation, gaming, esports, films, OTT, web series. So we launched the platform in January 2025. And then currently now we have around 6,000 plus sellers and 4,000 plus registered companies and buyers globally on this portal. When we talk about WAVES Bazaar, we cannot miss the historic WAVES Summit hosted by India in May 2025 in Mumbai. So the WAVES Summit, which was the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it was hosted in Mumbai this year in May 2025. We received huge reception, and the summit was a huge success with participation from 90 plus countries and 10,000 plus delegates from across the globe. The WAVES Bazaar, we did a physical event in the Mumbai edition, and which created the deals and discussions worth of $156 million US across different creative sectors. So later we realized the potential of this platform, and we launched our global outreach campaign where we identified certain important international events, and we participated in those events with a delegation and a pavilion targeting for B2B meetings, investments, collaborations, etc. So with GDI, Game Developers Association of India, where my colleague, my friend, Mr. Sridhar represents, we sent a 25-member delegation to Tokyo Game Show, where we kind of sent 11 independent budding game developers from India and some other gaming studios from India, where they could pitch their idea, look for collaboration, showcase their talent, etc. So the basic idea of WAVES Bazaar is uh, enabling Indian content creators to take their content and talent globally, showcase Indian content and talent across the globe, and ultimately to look for more business to business collaborations, investments, co-productions, collaborations, etc. So for gamers, this platform will act as a networking platform and a content marketplace as well, where we have already onboarded some of the large gaming companies in India and across the world. And we are also onboarding a lot of game developers, and we are providing them a platform to pitch their ideas to this big companies. We are sponsoring them to global international events where they can find a space to showcase what they have, what the content, the talent, all these things with them. So we have kind of developed the WAVES Bazaar initiative in a hybrid model where we are maintaining a portal which is acting as a networking and content marketplace, e-content marketplace, and also we are organizing a lot of events. So every year we are planning to attend more than 30 plus global events where we take the concept of WAVES Bazaar, we take content creators and content from India, we showcase them in front of the world. We do a lot of B2B meetings, we promote them, we promote investment. So this is the basic concept of the WAVES Bazaar initiative. So since the portal and this initiative has great potential, we are now focusing more on making a better user experience and more technology and AI-backed tools to support our members, both buyers and creators. So we are working heavily on AI-powered matchmaking tools, which will kind of matchmake buyers to the sellers and sellers to the buyers. And also we are planning to organize online viewing and pitching sessions. We will curate content creators, and we will bring large companies or investors or venture capitalists on board, and we'll provide people an opportunity, the content creators, an opportunity to pitch their idea in front of these companies and investors. So it is also focusing a lot on skill development. So the Government of India, Ministry of I&B, has recently launched Indian Institute of Creative Technologies, which has started functioning in its campus in Mumbai now. So it is the pioneer institute for training and skilling Indian youngsters on different skills in animation, video game development, etc. So to help in collaboration with IICT, we are also planning to convert this portal as a knowledge hub for skill development by organizing webinars, master classes, and industry insights from the leaders of the industry across the globe. So this is the larger vision that we have for WAVES Bazaar. And as part of the WAVES Bazaar Global Outreach Program, whenever we are doing an event in an international festival, we are also organizing an program called Bharat Parv, which is translating into the celebration of India, where we are bringing Indian cultural and creative heritage and curate very attractive cultural performances for the global audience. Also, we have certain elite education institutions based out of India as partners with us. As I mentioned, the Indian Institute of Creative Technology, IICT, and Film and Television Institute of Pune, FTI, Satyajit Ray Film Institute in Kolkata in India, and Indian Institute of Mass Communication. So we are tying up these premium educational institutes in media and entertainment industry with different global universities, similar kind of universities, and nurture a long-standing relationship of student exchange, co-curriculum development, etc. So, for example, we are going to sign multiple MOUs with Deakin University in Australia, and we have already tied up with a couple of leading universities based out of Spain. So WAVES Bazaar is actually envisioning to be a hub for media and entertainment sector globally. And if a global player wants to connect to a Indian talent or an Indian content, this is going to be the place for them. This is going to be the one-stop solution for them. And we are associated with a lot of associations like Game Developers Association of India, Esports Associations, Film Associations, TV Associations. So we are kind of bringing the entire media and entertainment sector under one umbrella to facilitate more business, more investments between India and the world. So this is my more about WAVES Bazaar, and I would like to request you to explore this portal, join the portal, and explore the content. Look for connectivity, and as Sridhar mentioned, they are organizing IGDC this year in Chennai, and WAVES Bazaar is going to partner with them. So this is your door to Indian creative economy. So I welcome all of you to be part of this initiative. Thank you. And if you have any more questions, I would like to. I'm happy to answer.
Okay, here I am. Thank you, Sreerag, for your presentation. I have a question for both of you. You talked about collaborations and how WAVES Bazaar is a place where you can create collaboration. And what kinds of collaborations are emerging? If you can do some example in the gaming department, the gaming sector, and also. What kinds of collaboration do you expect, for example, do you think it can be possible between Italy and India, for example? For example, IVIPRO is working with a lot of developers in Italy to support them in creating their games, especially when they are connected to local culture and territories. And also, I think that I'm going to register our association to the WAVES Bazaar as well, so maybe we can create some connection between Italy and India. So what collaboration are emerging, and what collaboration do you think can be possible between Italy and India, for example, from your point of view?
Should I start, Sridhar?
Oh, yeah, please.
Basically, I can think of like at least three different types, right? One, you have a great game, right? You know, and you want to potentially take advantage of the 650 million gamers in India, right? Now, the way your game might not directly, convert into paying users, paying players, in India, right? So you can potentially work with a well-established local publisher or an Indian game developer who could bring in that know-how on how to get your game launched and make sure it succeeds in Indian market, right? So that's one way to do it. The second way, as I talked about the immense amount of talent we have, right, is like, hey, you have a great game in India, you can potentially develop it, almost 30% of the cost of what you could do in, so you bring in your game development skills, or game design skills, or art skills. All the engineering can be done in India, right? If that's one, say two. The third one, which is what we are more excited about, is we really want more talent ideally to move to India. We have a lot of raw talent, but we want experienced talent to move to India. So any Italians who who are working on games and are like, India is a great country, right? We have some great cities, great culture, vibrant communities. So if you want to come to India, collaborate, co-found a company with somebody here, that's like very welcome from the government and from the industry, where we want more talent to move to India and build their companies here, right? So that's the third way we imagine collaborations could work.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. Maybe we could create an IVIPRO chapter, an Indian IVIPRO, something like IVIPRO in India, for example, for create more games related to India culture, and it's a very rich and historical culture. So maybe more games about set in India, for example. So we have a lot of cities very full of histories and sources of inspiration. So maybe who knows in the future what can happen. So what about you, Sreerag? What's your opinion?
So when you mentioned about the outcomes of this event, this particular session itself is an outcome of WAVES Bazaar. So the WAVES Bazaar delegation, which visited Venice Film Festival, is root cause for this collaboration. Like we met because of WAVES Bazaar, and to put it in a way, like we, as I mentioned before, with the help of in collaboration with GDAI, we participated. We had a Tokyo Game Show edition of WAVES Bazaar, and the around 10 million US dollar investment came to 3 startups in India, and there are a lot of B2B meetings happen. And the whole idea of WAVES Bazaar is it provide a lot of opportunities for Indian talent. So we sponsored, we sent around 11 independent game developers who are kind of not so much established, kind of rookie content developers, and they are getting an ultimate platform to showcase their talent. Now they have come up with a lot of exposure, a lot of business investment. So that is how WAVES Bazaar is enabling the content creators in India to reach out to the world. So as Sridhar mentioned, such collaborations with organizations like IVIPRO, it will help us to refine our talent back in India. It will give them a different perspective about the global scenario, and that's how we are going to kind of benefit for them. This initiative of WAVES Bazaar, which is focusing to tap into the booming orange economy. So that is how we play a kind of crucial role.
Okay. I have a question. It's from the public, but not from the YouTube or Facebook, but from my smartphone. They sent me a question on my WhatsApp, and they are asking a simple question, and not simple. It's simple, but it's very complex as well. I mean, what about funding? For example, if I'm an Italian or French or German developer, and I create a collaboration maybe with an Indian studio, are there possibilities for funding also for foreigner studios, for example, if they create a collaboration with Indian studios?
So I'll take the first part. I'll let Sreerag answer the second part. First part is India has like a lot of great incubators. There's one from Crafton. There's one from Mixi, which is a Japanese firm, and then there are government-funded ones. There's one called Image. There's one in Northeastern India called STPI COE for gaming. They're like, so at least 6-7 high-profile incubators where you could get funding from as low as $25,000 to as high as maybe $250,000, right? So which is enough to build a great vertical slice or a prototype, or even if it's a mobile game, maybe you can get to 1 to 0. So a lot of incubators, and there's no limit on them being Indian. Of course, you need to probably have an Indian co-founder, but they don't have to be Indian, right? The second opportunity is we have a few very successful game developers. So we have, sort of like those cohorts where some of these developers do angel investments, again, as much as $250,000 to $500,000, right? So there's a vibrant angel investment community for video gaming. For high quality game developers. So obviously we are all looking for great game developers. So if you have pedigree, you have proven record, and you have something visually stunning to show that what you're building, that is quite easy. And then we have some well-known actual VCs and investors, who are also looking for great gaming studios. And there are a lot of those guys who got funded in last few years. As you all know, it has slowed down in last year and this year a little bit in gaming, but that's again changing. India is the only market where gaming is still like thriving and growing, and so we think high caliber developers who want to build in India, funding is not a problem at all.
Thank you.
I have two more points to raise here, like the incentive that the government gives. So the first point is we have a sister organization called WAVEX, which is a startup incubator from a supporting system from initiated by the government for the startups from ABGC sector. So WAVEX is there. It is establishing. It is already kind of under the incubation of around 20 startups from animation and gaming sector is underway. And second thing is we are kind of working to, in policy level, the government is working to expand its scope of co-production treaties with different countries. So with Italy, we have a co-production treaty which is restricted to only animation and films. So now the government has realized that the emerging content creation scenario it should include sectors like gaming as well. So the policy level, the government is working on expanding the co-production treaties and different incentive schemes under that to gaming as well. So within next few months, we will come up with a model policy and we will start negotiating with already existing countries with whom we have co-production treaties, including Italy.
Thank you very much. I think it can be interesting to also to say this lecture is going to remain on our YouTube channel. So I'm very happy about this because it can be useful for developers even if they watch them later, and to discover something about India, to discover the opportunities of cross collaboration between Italy and India. And I really hope this could be the beginning of a fruitful collaboration, maybe between India and Italy. And maybe I hope to come there in the future. I saw that you are you are organizing a lot of events also from a training point of view. You have a lot of schools about and places where you can discover more about game design, gaming, and India ecosystem. So I think that's all for today, and I'm very. I want to thank you again for accepting our invitation, and I want to remember who is watching us that the next online preview is going to be next Tuesday, so October 21st, and we are going to have with us the creator of Prince of Persia, Jordan Mechner, is going to be in New York, but like you, is going to be with us online with Mario Alberti. Is an artist and a graphic art. Is what we call fumettista, a graphic. I don't know the word is sorry, comics author. My English is not as good as yours, so sometimes I have to switch to Italian, then going back to English. And anyway, thank you very much for your time, for sharing your perspective, your opinion, your experience in the India market. So thank you again, and I'm going to switch into Italian just to say bye. So grazie a tutti e a tutte per essere state qui con noi oggi. Ci vediamo appunto martedì per la prossima anteprima online con Jordan Mechner, il papà di Prince of Persia, e con Mario Alberti, fumettista triestino, visto che poi saremo anche a Trieste in presenza. Grazie ancora e alla prossima. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.